great to see everyone. What a beautiful morning to be together to struggle for justice. We have a few purposes today. Our purposes today. First is to practice gratitude. Practice gratitude, how it helps us with social change.
Second purpose is bettering our relationship with the Quinault Indian Nation.
To learn about tribal sovereignty, we learned in our context today that American schools do not teach us about sovereignty, about tribes existing even. And our fourth purpose today is to work on our more nobler selves, to change the world. Thank you.
One thing I don't know is how tribes deal with the pressure of constantly having to battle for their fishing, their land and water rights.
I don't know how many tribes there are and what the relationship of Quinault Nation looks like with other tribes.
One thing that I don't know is how U.S. elections affect sovereign nations, such as the Quinault, and do they vote in them? And how does those U.S. policies that are made by the elections affect them?
My name is Nachaktua. That's my real name. My English name is Guy Capoeman, of course. Food sovereignty is big. We believe that without your land base, it's hard to be a sovereign tribe, a sovereign nation. We have to have land, okay? And on that land, that's where the resources are. And people will say, well, is it always about the resources for tribes? It's always been. The reason for that is that's where all our food stuff is. It's within this area. It's all right here.
Do you think that if many of you didn't know your history and know the struggles, do you think that you would still be fighting for sovereignty right now and fighting for your rights and even have the land that you have now?
In order to build on sovereignty, in order to really know what that means, you really got to know where you come from. You really got to know who your ancestors are, and how they lived, where they lived, and how you came to be. I think that's really important. It's a foreign thought for us, for an individual to own land. We all own this land. I shouldn't have to ask you to go over to your little tract of land over there to pick blackberries to feed my family. I should just be able to go do that because we all share in this land here. But the Dawes Act changed all that because they wanted to take the land away from the tribe and create individuals, not tribes. If my forefathers didn't reserve this for us, then who knows where we would be and how we would live.
So something I learned today would be that food ties into sovereignty. It ties to the cultural building of each other, and that's a part of creating sovereignty. It's a part of bonding each other with your family, the culture.
One thing I know now is that problems that are perpetuated by a system often target value systems. For example, President Capoeman today talked about how the Dawes Allotment Act targeted Quinault community values by allotting parcels of land to each person in the hopes that it would take away their sense of community. We can take advantage of that knowledge and use our own conduct to choose a value system that supports community. And that makes me feel empowered. When you have the knowledge that you can change something, then that's the tool you need to put it to use. Makes me feel powerful because it connects me to other people, the other people that are on this journey with me, and the people that we talk to today. It puts us in a relationship that's ready to achieve something.